My name's Bobby Dean, I'm the Liberal Democrat MP for Carshalton and Wallington. I did listen to you during the campaign and I heard that people are concerned about nothing seeming to work anymore, the NHS and the cost of living have been a big deal. We were talking about the local environment, in particular the state of our rivers. And I know that I've had many meetings with the Hong Kong community too and heard about some of their key concerns in the local area, in particular things like crime and education.
啱啱喺7月初舉行嘅英國大選，係唔少移英港人第一次喺英國投票嘅大事。喺港人聚居嘅 Sutton， 好多港人投俾自由民主黨，主要原因係佢哋喺政綱入面承諾為港人爭取放寬 BNO 簽證。最終，自民黨喺該區成為大贏家，成功取得2個議席。首次喺 Carshalton 及 Wallington 選區勝出，成為國會議員嘅 Bobby Dean 表示，留意到區內港人數目不斷增加，希望以國會議員嘅身份幫助佢哋融入社區。
I know that it's obviously changing all the time, but across the whole Sutton Borough, there's 2 constituencies in Sutton. There's mine of Carshalton and Wallington in the east and Sutton and Cheam in the west. It's between 4,000 and 5,000. I think most of them at the moment are in the constituency next door in Sutton and Cheam, but there are at least 500, probably more, in Carshalton and Wallington. And I've heard that over time people are kind of moving across the borough. Lots of people, when they first arrived here, chose to live in some of our tall apartment blocks that are in Sutton town centre. But as time moves on, people are moving into some of the family homes in my area too. So yeah, it's a big and it's a growing community in the borough, but also in my constituency.
Bobby Dean 喺選舉期間招攬咗居英港人成為助理，處理選舉工作，同時希望為該區港人建立一道橋梁，照顧佢哋嘅需要。佢留意到移英港人有各種需求，包括縮短 BNO 簽證持有人取得英籍嘅輪候時間，將 BNO 護照納入呢度，並希望得到本地生學費待遇。
Well, it came up in the hustings event actually last time. We had a discussion about 6 weeks ago, and it's something that I'm going to be taking back to the team and finding out, is it possible, is it something that we can speed up? Obviously the government are facing lots of new questions, so it might take some time for us to get back to us, but we'll certainly be pushing to find out if that's possible. At the end of the day, you should be regarded as British nationals, and we think that means you should be entitled to home fees. I think it's not fair that the way that people are being charged at the moment. So I've already written a letter to one of our spokespeople in the last term, and I'll be asking questions now I'm elected as an MP directly of the ministers to try and see if we can get answers on this and get that changed.
BNO 平權未必能夠喺一時三刻就爭取到，但當下仍有燃眉之急嘅事情需要解決。Bobby Dean 認為現階段最重要嘅係為香港人解決生計問題。佢曾經遇到唔少香港持牌社工喺英國揾工嘅時候唔受認可，向地區議會尋求協助。
Yeah, so I first discovered about the issue with social workers in our community on the doorstep. Somebody explained to me how their qualifications from Hong Kong were not being recognised here. I'm also a local councillor, and I understood that the council have a shortage of social workers, so this made no sense to me, and I wanted to get involved and see if there was anything that the council could do to support the Hong Kongers into getting their qualifications recognised. So far, they've managed to gather some people together. We had a meeting with Hong Kong social workers to understand what issues they're facing. We applied for a funding pot to see if we could get a conversion course so that people could become social workers quite quickly. We wasn't successful that time, but we're now also writing to the government and seeing if they can help speed up this process so that Hong Kongers that are social workers are able to work in social workers in this country.
另一個港人嘅憂慮係工黨上場後 BNO 簽證計劃會存在變數。Bobby Dean 承諾自民黨將積極爭取放寬 BNO 簽證，佢哋對執政黨嘅取態仍然樂觀。
Well, we're hoping that there'll be positive changes to the scheme. They haven't really said anything concrete about it yet, so me and my colleagues in the Liberal Democrats will be pushing them to find out if they are going to make positive expansion of the scheme. In particular, we know there's situations, if children were born after 1997, they could be potentially separated from their families, and we need to try and get them their right to come here as well. So we'll be looking at what we can do to improve the BNO scheme. We have massive empathy about the reasons why they've decided to come here, many of them obviously fleeing the situation in Hong Kong. Liberal Democrats have always been deeply committed to human rights across the world. It was our leader in the late 80s, early 90s, Paddy Ashdown, who was fighting so hard for that agreement to ensure that Hong Kong citizens were protected and had the right to come here if they needed to.